All right, guys, now this one, I want to go over a combat meta build for the Warlock that's going to let you heal and empower all your teammates 24/7. However, just as I started recording this, I actually hit my 20,000 subscriber milestone. Literally, all of this is because of you guys, and I seriously appreciate every single one of you so much. I would not be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for you all, and you all constantly just showing support means the absolute world to me. The channel has just been taking off so fast recently. It's honestly been a lot to keep up with. I still have a lot of comments I need to respond to, and I promise I'm going to get around to that, but I've been trying to grind, post builds every day for you guys, and you all seem to be enjoying it, and I just cannot thank you all enough. When I started this channel, I seriously never thought I would reach these goals and milestones, but if this is your first video or you keep coming back to my videos, be sure to check out all my other builds on the channel. Consider sticking around. I'm going to be posting a ton more builds for you guys, weapon guides, anything you would like. And if you guys would like to see me start streaming, I could do that as well. Be sure to let me know in the comments. I can help you all out with a bunch of content, be it, in-game content, or if you just want to grind bounties together, literally anything. I just want to give back to you guys because you guys have seriously just made my world, and I just seriously appreciate it. But enough with all that. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Let's get what you came here for, and let's jump right into the build. All right, so we have our Warlock right here, and I actually think I did a very good job at making it a combat medic theme. He's got his healing tools, his communication devices, and of course he has his weapons, and I think it looks really cool. I think this is one of my best transmogs ever. But enough with the transmog. Let's actually get into the build itself. And the main exotic I'm going to be running is Lunafaction Boots. This has the exotic perk Alchemical Etchings. Your rifts gain the additional ability to increase weapon reload speeds. Empowering rifts makes weapons effective over longer ranges. So this is a very good exotic for supporting your teammates. Obviously, you get that reload speed for boss damaging situations. And on top of that, if you are running Empowering Rift, you will also get more range for all your weapons, which is also really, really good. Another thing you can run is Boots of the Assembler. This is also a very good exotic. This does a lot. I'm not going to read it verbatim, but essentially you put a rift down, you're going to send out Noble Seekers that will heal or empower your teammates depending on whatever rift you're using. And then also on top of that, if those Noble Seekers hit an enemy, you will also extend your rift duration. Now, what is really cool is our exotic weapon we're going to be using is Lumina. So this has the exotic perk Noble Rounds. Kills with this weapon leave behind remnants. Absorbing a remnant converts your next hipfire shot into a ally seeking noble round and partially refills the magazine. This also has the perk Blessing of the Sky. Using a noble round on an ally heals them and grants both you and them a weapon damage bonus for a short duration. So essentially this gun's going to constantly get kills. You're going to spawn these Noble Seekers, and with the catalyst you will actually spawn 2 of them instead of 1, which is really good because this is going to refill your magazine. You never have to reload the gun, and on top of that you will be able to heal and damage boost your teammates with this one gun alone. And this gun actually does provide a 35% damage buff. This is one of the highest buffs in the game. It is more than well. So say you go into a boss fight, you can throw your wall down, and then if you have Lunafactions on, you'll get that increased reload speed and range. But on top of that, you can shoot Lumina on the ground and give everybody a 35% damage buff, and you'll be good to go in any boss scenario. Of course, this is also just really good for healing your teammates if they are weak. And the other added benefit is that Lumina also does give you the damage buff as well, so this will help you out in DPS scenarios also. Now, if you do opt in to run Boots of the Assembler, the Boots of the Assembler Noble Seekers will actually also proc for Lumina, so you can get more stack to shoot out to heal your teammates and empower them as well. But honestly, I just like running Lunafaction Boots because having infinite rifts, being able to just constantly get more reload speed and range is just very fun, and it pairs extremely well with Lumina since this already can heal you from far away. But getting into the subclass, we're obviously going to be taking Wall of Radiance. This is just by far the best team support option. Empowered and rift for Lunafaction Boots. I do opt in to run Celestial Fire since you can hit enemies longer away, but if you want to go the more fun route and take Incinerator Snap, you can do that as well. And I'll be running Healing Grenade, so I can also heal my teammates with my grenade alongside Lumina. So with all these combined, I'm going to be healing people with my grenade. I'll be healing people with Lumina. I'll also provide a damage buff with Lumina, and my Rift will also be providing a damage buff with increased reload speed. Now, getting into aspects, I'm going to be running Heat Rises. Honestly, the only reason I'm running this is so when I get kills in the air, I will get more melee energy. So whenever you try to kill enemies, if you don't have a melee cooldown, just jump in the air every now and then, and you'll get some melee energy back. Now, I am also going to be running Touch of Flame. This is going to buff my Healing Grenade to have improved restoration and cure, which just means more healing over time and just an instant burst of healing whenever I throw my Healing Grenade on someone. All of this is really, really good for this subclass because I'm also going to be running Ember of Benevolence. So whenever I apply Restoration, Cure, or Radiant, which I'll be doing all the time, I'm going to grant increased grenade melee and class ability regeneration for a short duration. This does give -10 discipline, but that doesn't really matter that much since Lumina is also going to be healing you. So having that tank and discipline isn't the worst thing, but this is also going to make your empowering rift charge a lot faster. Now I'm also going to be running Ember of Torches, so power melee attacks against combatants make you and nearby allies radiant. So this is another way to give you a damage bonus. So if I throw my melee out, I hit an enemy far away, and I will give all my teammates a damage buff. This is really good if you don't have a noble seeker to shoot out, or if you just want to make yourself radiant, anything like that. It is just another damage buff to have if you do have downtime with something else. Now, Ember of Solace, so my radiant restoration effects apply to you, have increased duration, so this will help you be a little bit more tanky. If you throw the healing grenade on yourself, it's going to be really good. Or Radiant to give you a damage bonus is also really nice. Now I am also running Ember of Searing, so whenever I defeat scorched targets, it grants me melee energy and I get plus 10 recovery. Plus 10 recovery is good on its own because it does give you more rift cooldown, and you're going to want to get as much rift cooldown as possible. But also being able to kill scorched targets to get melee energy is really good because your melee is going to scorch targets. So if I kill an enemy with melee in the air, this is going to give me melee energy back, and this is also going to give me melee energy back. And the loop is to just constantly have infinite melees at all times, so you can keep applying Radiant, keep getting Ember of Benevolence, so you can constantly keep getting your rift and grenade cooldown. And as you see, it's just a chain. You constantly just keep supporting your teammates, and you can just keep doing it forever. Now I would recommend 100 resilience obviously for your survivability, and if you can, I would go with 100 recovery so you can get as much rift cooldown as possible, so you can constantly spam your empowering rifts. Then if possible, also go 100 discipline, but obviously having triple 100 stats in, you know, a distribution like this is a little difficult. But if you can get 100 discipline, I would go with that. But as you see, I just have 70. Now for other weapons of this build, I do have a shotgun on right now because in the raid there is a unstoppable ogre, so I do run unstoppable shotgun. But if you aren't doing the raid or doing any other in-game content, I do like to run a Zume, just, you know, have a long range option. But forbearance is also good, but forbearance isn't solar, which will not play with some of our mods when we get into them in a second. But forbearance also is just doesn't really need a mod, and it's just extremely good for ad clearing itself. So this is an option if you just want to have an ad clear option. Cataclysmic is pretty much always the way to go. It is just one of the best linear fusions in the game. If you don't have it, Taipan's also really good, but again, with some of our mods, Cataclysmic is going to be the go-to option. But now getting into our mods, we first need to start off with melee well maker. So power melee combatant final blows spawn elemental wells matching your subclass energy type. So now whenever I kill an enemy with my melee, I'm going to spawn an elemental well. On top of that, I will be getting radiant, and I will have infinite melee, so I can make orbs everywhere. Orbs are not only good for you, but making orbs for your teammates as well is also going to be very beneficial, because not only does that give them ability energy, but if they also have mods that play into elemental orbs, this will help them out as well. And just being able to give your teammates infinite supplies of them is going to be very good. Now speaking of making wells, I am also going to be running Reaping Well Maker. So after activating your class ability, your next weapon final blow on combatant spawns a void elemental well. Since I'm going to be spamming my rift a lot, I will be making void elemental wells. This is good for people with void subclasses. If they are run the Taipan and have Phantomite on, they can pick up a void well to give them a damage bonus. This is also good again just for getting your class ability energy back, because the more wells you spawn, the more energy you get back. Now I am also going to be running Seeking Wells. So all the wells I make will actually track to me. So if I put down a well, shoot an enemy far away, spawns a void well, it will track to me. If I get a melee kill far away with Celestial Fire, it will track to me. It's very good. And then I will also be running Phantomite. So picking up an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type grants a temporary damage bonus to weapon damage of that same elemental type. So whenever I get my melee kills, I'll get Radiant and I will get Phantomite now. This will help with, you know, killing the unstoppable ogre. It'll help with boss DPS situations and anything of the sort. But again, you can take forbearance if you just don't care and just want to ad clear. Then finally for the last mod, I do run Supreme Well Maker. This says casting your super spawns 3 stasis elemental wells near you. Does not apply to Crucible, Trials, or Iron Banner. So this is actually very good if you do have your teammates running stasis subclasses with Phantomite and they're running something like the Reach Regret. This just means they're instantly going to have a bunch of wells to do a boss damage situation. Now if you don't have anybody playing a stasis subclass, I would recommend just running elemental time dilation, because this will increase the amount of time your Phantomite is active, which means you will get more damage. But this is very good for a support role, and also even if they aren't running a stasis subclass, this will again give your teammates ability energy, which is very good. Now for other mods, I am going to be running a kinetic siphon. So rapid kinetic weapon final blows create an orb of power. So now whenever I kill enemies with Lumina, I will spawn orbs of power and the remnants to reload the magazine. Orbs of power is going to supply your teammates again with builds if they are built into certain charge light mods, or if they're even taking mods on their legs to get certain abilities whenever they pick orbs of power up, and also just gives you super energy in general, which is always really nice. Now I am also taking Bottomless Bounty, so this is going to improve the effect of Soul Drinker and Hot Swap. Soul Drinker is the Vow of the Disciple raid weapon perks. This is just going to give you more health whenever you reload, basically based on the amount of damage you've dealt to enemies. So this is really good for Cataclysmic. If you're in a boss scenario, you need to reload, you'll get some health back, which is really nice. And then Forbearance for Add Clear if you want to use that. Now, I've already went over Unstoppable Shotgun, but you can obviously change this out to anything you need to for certain champion mods. Then I'm also going to be taking a Linear Fusion Scavenger alongside Insulation, so it reduces the class ability cooldown each time you pick up an Orb of Power. So now, whenever I make those Orbs of Power with Lumina, not only am I going to be spawning a Void Elemental Well after I cast that Rift, picking up orbs will also give me cooldown back alongside that Elemental Well. So that is going to be very, very good for keeping that Rift up as much as possible. I do also run a Thermoshock Plating just to get some damage reduction alongside my 100 Resilience. And then finally, the two other main mods is Utility Kickstart. So when your class ability energy is fully expended, you gain class ability energy. So these do stack, and if you're running two of these, you get around 20% of your class ability back after you place it. And alongside all your other mods and cooldowns you're getting, you're going to be able to have infinite Pyre Rifts for your teammates, which is very, very nice. And with that, again, you're going to have more reload speed and obviously that damage bonus, more range, and you can just kill everything with it. One final thing to note is if you do want to take some of these mods out, or you have other energy to spare depending on your armor, it would be cool if you could run a ammo finder mod, you know, specifically a Linear Fusion ammo mod if you're running Cataclysmic. Since you are going to be running an exotic weapon, you will spawn more ammo for yourself. So if you ever need more ammo, that is also an option. Unfortunately, I just don't have the energy to do that, but that will be another very, very good option as well. But I think that is going to do it for the combat medic. Let me know what you guys think about in the comments below. If you like to play a very support-based role, I really hope this helps you out. And I know a lot of people think the Warlock did get butchered when Slower 3.0 came out, and it definitely did, but I definitely think this is also a very good alternative to that, and it can get you through pretty much anything in the game. This build is basically making you a very nice support-based role, but you can also do a ton of damage, and you can still top the charts in a boss damage situation. Trust me, if you are doing a raid and you don't know what to run this, and all other 5 of your teammates will love you, because it is just super nice to be able to always have a damage bonus and heal and have that reload speed. But anyway, I think that is going to do it all for me. Again, thank you all so much for 20,000 subscribers. It truly means the world to me. I cannot wait to keep making content just like this for you guys. And if you have any suggestions of what you want to see, or if you want to start seeing streams again, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this, consider subscribing, dropping a like, and turning those notifications on. Also, if you'd like to join my Discord or follow me on any of my socials, all of that will be linked in the description as well. But just know watching this video is way more than enough. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, I will have a dim link to this build in the description below. So if you made it this far in the video, there's a treat for you down there. So be sure to go check it out if you want to look at it over there. But thank you all so much for watching this one, and have a great day. Peace.